Let's talk about old mate Chris Bowen, who now is officially out of hiding and, of course, now gets to say mandate, mandate, mandate. He wrote an opinion piece in the Australian newspaper today where, among other points that he made, he basically says, look, Aussies love renewables now and all of this stuff that people blow up about where they are doesn't matter, isn't true. Why? Because many of the locations where some of the more contestable projects are, the Labor Party had a swing toward it. Bronwyn, is he right?
No.
Why? I mean, if he's pointing to a scoreboard,
because it was never debated in the first place. You had a few demonstrations in the lead up to the election, but once we got into the campaign, there was nothing. There was no debate about what was the right policy for energy as the main subject. There was questions about the Labor Party running its line about $600 billion, which was just a lie, still is a lie, and he's still propagating the lie. So, no, he's not right. Not on any question.
Yeah, so, Stephen, again, interesting again. I mean, we can sit here and we all know everyone's views on this here, but his argument is the reason this is settled now is not just about the majority, but in the areas where if the argument is that, you know, the installation of this stuff is highly disruptive and in the places where Labor could have been punished, Labor wasn't punished, do you think that his point is correct, or are you with Bronwyn that it wasn't really a fight?
Well, firstly, Bronwyn, like, whose fault is it that it wasn't a fight? I mean, it's the opposition's job to create a fight. Okay.
Absolutely. So, but it didn't happen.
But secondly,
just didn't happen.
But to Chris Bowen's core points, the answer is absolutely right. I mean, you don't need to just look at those individual electorates. 70% of Australians have supported solar panels on roofs. This is a debate that the Liberals are clinging to from 2010 through to 2013, and it's bedeviled them all the way through to 2022 when they lost their core constituency seats to the Teals. And since 2022 to yes.
We won it every time until Scott Morrison went and said we'd commit to net zero. He gave away the debating points. That's when the trouble started.
But just for devil's advocate here, so please don't send the complaint emails, just for the point of debate here, which is, in places like the Hunter Valley, which again, can I stop hearing about how that's always on the table? I've heard that in multiple elections for however long now. Also, you know, as there are some...
I've heard it since I was a young Liberal.
Yeah, some Labor people say about some things too, all right? But I get it, I don't know. But the reality was is if there was a swing towards the government in the areas where presumably, you know, again, I talk about this in places like Ballarat, right, where those AusNet protests are loud, are obvious, they'll shut down the streets, the treatment of the people is disgraceful, yet Labor Party holds a seat in Victoria at the state level, Labor holds a seat federally. What am I missing here? Because I know where the National Party fights, they are able to hold on, right? But you would assume that the X factor that would turn things on their head would at least be a reduction in some of the Labor Party seats where the damage is being done now.
Look, the election, at the end of the day, the campaign, was all about these dreadful coalition people, or the Liberal Party is going to destroy Medicare and you're going to have to pay more for your health care. It was all based on a total and absolute lie, but it's not the first time they've done it, and it probably won't be the last time they'll try. But there has to be the ability of the coalition to fight that back.